The holiday of Purim is celebrated every year and celebrates the victory of the Jewish people over the evil prime minister of ancient Persia approximately 2,400 years ago by Queen Esther. The holiday also includes excessive drinking of wine, apparently, celebratory meals, dressing up, lots of fun, actually. Jonathan Greenstein is the owner of Greenstein & Co. in Cedarhurst, New York, the only auction house in the United States that solely deals in antique Jewish ritual art. Joining us now with more. Welcome, Jonathan. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me, Wyatt.
Great to have you, sir. Okay. Purim, for those who don't know, tell us more about this holiday.
Well, truthfully, it's a feminist holiday because the heroine is Queen Esther. It's one of the first holidays in Judaism that really celebrates the Jewish woman. Queen Esther saved the Jewish people from an evil plot that was created by the prime minister of ancient Persia named Haman, who wanted to execute and annihilate all the Jews from ancient Persia. Through various methods, she convinced the king to revoke the edict, and the holiday was creative. Or, as we like to say, we ran, they ran, we ran faster, let's eat.
All right. It worked out. Look, this is even called the Jewish Mardi Gras. Is that possible? I mean, we can make some. All right, so this is a fun one then.
This is a fun one.
Okay.
We get to dress up, we drink not just wine, we drink anything that has alcohol in it. It's actually a good deed, or a mitzvah, as we say in Hebrew, to drink to the point that you don't know the difference between the good guys and the bad guys.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, look, there's a lot of history in this, and you brought some of the artifacts you sell at your location there. Tremendous. Talk a little bit about what you brought today.
Okay. In Judaism, we have a concept of hidur mitzvah, which means the beautification of a good deed. Okay. So it's not only important to have a scroll, but it's also really important to decorate it. So I brought approximately 200 years from various continents of places in the world, and I thought I'd give you a little showing of each example.
A couple of these on the end here.
Okay, so let's start here. This scroll holder was created in the Ukraine, possibly Poland, somewhere between 1750 and 1810. It has a small excerpt of the story of Esther, which essentially is a book written out in a scroll. It has some exterior gilding, which is gold coloring on silver. And the Jews of Galicia, which also was part of the Ukraine and Poland, were very poor. Okay. You know, so for somebody to order or to decide to have one of these crafted for them, he must have been one out of a million, you know, to have the money to do something like this.
The detail's incredible on all of these. We've got about a minute and a half left, so I don't know if you want to pick one or two others.
I'm going to go real fast.
Okay.
This one's similar, so let's go here. This one was made in ancient Greece. Okay. Maybe not so ancient, but about 200 years ago, if we can consider that
still
ancient.
A ways back.
Right, in Salnica. It was given to us by a sweet little old lady that unfortunately did not have any children that were interested or grandchildren. She was nearing 100.
Wow.
And she just wanted to make sure it wound up in good hands.
Okay.
As we go a little bit further, this was created in the Ottoman Empire, approximately 125 years ago. Wow. This one was created in India. It's not necessarily created for the sake of the use of a Megillah, because in India they also use these as regular scroll holders. Wow. But whoever decided at the time to use it, it stayed that way for 100-something years.
And lastly, do you want to hit this one? Or
yeah, this one's fantastic because it was owned by Professor Alan Dershowitz, who's a client of the gallery. You know,
is that right?
We sold this antique Judaica collection for him, and this stood with us.
Fantastic. I mean, the detail's amazing on it.
Yeah, very much so. It has a very simple Megillah inside, much like this one.
Right.
Which is essentially the scroll.
The scroll within these beautiful
cases.
Holders. Just fantastic.
And on this side is an artisan one. This was created in Israel approximately 15 years ago, all illuminated by hand.
It's beautiful. Jonathan Greenstein, we know you're up there in New York. People can reach out to you for more information. Thank you so much for coming in today.
My absolute pleasure.
Fantastic. Your information there on the screen, jgreenstein.com for more. And we are back with more Midday Maryland right after this break. Stay tuned.